Hey!
Hey guys, how you doing? Long time no see. I know you can tell us off in the comments. You probably haven't seen our faces for a little while, but we're back, and we're back with exciting news. They left us waiting a long time, guys, but we finally know where we're going for Eurovision 2022. Beautiful Italy. We're going to Turin, Torino. I'm joined tonight by the fabulous Clara, Marika, and Jess. And Marika is actually based in Turin, which is fantastic for us because we're going to be relying on all of your local knowledge, and we're going to be relying on you to show us a good time when we come over to Turin in May. Not only have we got the host city announced, but we've also got the dates, and they are the 10th, the 12th, and the grand final on the 14th of May. So, guys, if you haven't booked your time off work, do it now. I've put mine in the calendar today. There's no stopping me. You will be seeing me and the rest of the team in Turin in, what is it, like 8 months?
That's not long enough. That's so short. Actually, Dylan from Team Eurovoxx today told me, I'm so happy they've announced it so late because now we need to wait less time to go to Torino. And I told him this is the best outtake of all this waiting game that we've had to sit through.
Oh, well, we're going to talk about the announcement today, but we will also be seeing Mark Bugard in Torino. Hey, Mark, how you doing? You've got your flight booked already. Love that. Hope you get tickets for Eurovision 2022. Well, we've got no news on tickets yet, but I hope that everyone that wants tickets can get tickets for next year. We've got DJ Parody, Sarah O'Halloran. Hello to you. Thank you for coming back. We've missed you. We've got Rye Bailey in the house. Hey, Rye. Sarah is saying that Turin will be a good host city. Well, it was kind of the favourite all along. It was one that people were talking about. We will probably talk about some of the other cities as well a bit later. We've got Serdian Gavrilovic in Serbia. Hey, Serdian. We're having a fantastic day now that we know where we're going. We hope you're well too. We've missed you. We've got beautiful Joanne Johnson. Great news. Joanne, are we going to see you in Turin? Let us know. And we've got another local. We've got Davida from Turin. Ciao, buonasera. You must be absolutely ecstatic about the news, Davida. And I know I'm probably butchering your name. Have I said that right? Davida? Davida. Okay. So, Davida, we'll be seeing you in Turin as well. We can't wait. We might need you to rent us one of your bedrooms. We've got, hey, Klaus, how you doing? From Latvia. Rye Bailey, you've never been to Turin, so it's going to be an exciting time for you. Hey, it's Twan. How you doing, Twan?
Hey, Twan.
And we've got Massimiliano.
Hello from Turin. Hi to you.
Hello, and Sarah O'Halloran, you got a tattoo today. I don't ask what it was, but I hope you're pleased with it. And we've also got Bebe, G86. We've got Sis Official. Hello, I think you're in Croatia. I might have got that wrong. So, guys, this seems to be the longest time I can remember having to wait for a host city announcement. But Marika, there's been a bit of talk in the press over the past few weeks. I have to ask, were you expecting Turin to be the city that was announced?
I was hoping for sure because I'm based in Turin. Actually, because of the pizza that the Eurovision posted, you know, the pizza, I thought it was going to be maybe Pesaro or Rimini, because of the marinara pizza. There is a whole conspiracy behind it. But then finally we got Turin, and I'm really excited about it. You know, I have a theory. I think that they've waited so long to actually tell us what the city was because we had elections in the cities, and we got the results a few days ago. So maybe they were waiting because, you know, to be kind of neutral about it. Yeah, I don't know how to explain it, but I have this feeling that maybe they were just waiting for the elections to be over, and then they would tell us what the city was.
Yeah, so you mentioned the kind of cryptic pizza clue that we got, but how is the pizza linked to...
That was my question.
Yeah, because so that pizza was not a normal margherita pizza, because margherita has tomato sauce and cheese. But that pizza was a marinara, which is no cheese, and oregano. I don't know what oregano is in English.
Oregano,
yeah. So that's a pizza. Marinara means from the sea. So maybe Rimini, because Rimini is on the beach. That was the clue that people were getting, but probably was just pointless. They just posted the first pizza that they found. They didn't talk about margherita.
I love how everyone was coming up with their theories because of the pizza, but it would be funny if it literally was just a random pizza that didn't have any link. You're really making me hungry though, talking about pizza, and I'm so excited about. Forget Eurovision. I'm just excited about trying like proper Italian pizza when I get there. I'm going to get so fat. I think. Jess, how are you feeling about the announcement? Did you have a favourite when we were kind of seeing because we had Bologna? Rome wasn't spoken about that much actually. It was kind of discounted quite early on,
which is a shame. But I mean, I've said before that I'm just happy to go anywhere in Italy, because for me, like, I'm just happy to be there, you know, with you guys, to be there for Eurovision. So I'm happy it's Turin, but if it had been any other city, I would have been just as happy and just as excited. So yeah, I'm happy.
And Clara, nice and close for us to get to actually, because it's kind of in the northwest of, well, the very northwest of Italy.
I think Turin is like a very good city to host Eurovision because it has a lot of things going on for itself. It's a very active city. I think there's a lot of life for like students, grown-ups, and there is a lot of things one can do in Turin that are not Eurovision related. So it's going to attract a lot of people that enjoy or may not enjoy Eurovision. So it just adds up to a perfect Eurovision city, I think.
Well, guys in the live chat, we want to know, are you going to Turin next year? Have you already got accommodation booked? If you're from Italy, are you familiar with the city? Let us know what you think about the news in the comments. We've got Amani. Oh, you're from Milan and you're very sad. Well, hopefully it's not too far for you to travel to Turin for Eurovision. We still hope to see you there. Imani, and Milan would have been a great choice because I have been to Milan as well. It's a huge city, and I was secretly hoping for Milan, and I bring this up every time, but Mahmood had promised me a carbonara dinner date in Milan, and it looks like I'm not going to get it now. So maybe I can put that to bed. Sis, you are from Croatia, so I did get it right. Let's have a look. Serdian actually saying Dusseldorf 2011. We waited longer for the host city announcement. I was only about 6 years old then, so I won't remember. I won't remember that. We've got Dan Castell just saying, still waiting for election results in Rome and Turin. That's true. Let's have a look. Geometra Pesaro, but you think Turin is better? So you were hoping for Pesaro, but you think Turin's better for Eurovision. We hope to see you there. We hope you get to experience the Eurovision fever, because it's been over. It will have been over 30 years since Italy hosted Eurovision last in Rome in 1991. So a lot of. So it's obviously kind of being brought to a newer generation of fans who probably a lot of who weren't even born in 91, like all of us.
Yeah.
Let's have a look. We've got Francesca Santambrogio. Guys, I'm going to make a promise now. I am going to try my best to learn some Italian because I feel terrible when I'm saying all these things wrong. Francesca, we would love to meet you in next year. Guys, what I will say is even if you don't manage to get tickets to Eurovision, if you can still go to Turin, hopefully you will still feel a lot of the Eurovision fever. We've got Matt who's saying, let's hope Mahmood will be in Turin for a great interview. That'd be fantastic. Let's have a look. Well, I think this is going to be a question that only Marika can answer. But who do we think the hosts might be now that we know the city? So we've not had a host announcement, But again, there's been rumours kind of circulating. I know in Italian press as well. So what do we know? What are we thinking about the hosts?
Okay, so the first rumor, the one that everyone is talking about, is Mika, and I think that's possible because first of all he speaks great English because he's English, and that would be a plus because we don't have so many Italian hosts that can speak very good English, not as good as the one that we saw, for instance, in Rotterdam last year, which was amazing, really perfect. And then Alessandro Cattelan, I think is a good fit because he's young, he's funny, he's really funny, and he just signed with Rai. He was not working with Rai before, so he just signed. It's not a coincidence for me. He's probably being welcomed into the Rai family this year. So yeah, I think that.
How about Chiara Ferragini? Is that rumor still going on?
I haven't heard about this rumor. Actually, I mean, I've read about it, but I've never read it in the press. So I don't know. It would be great, though. I mean, if we have 4 hosts, Cattelan, Mika, Chiara Ferragni, yeah, that would be great. And she would bring a lot of a new audience, I think. So it would be really, really nice. But yeah.
She can speak English, right?
Yeah, she speaks English. Yeah. And then someone was talking about Malgioglio, Cristiano Malgioglio, but I don't think he's going to be one of the hosts.
Wouldn't it be interesting to see if none of the rumors are correct and we get someone totally like left field that no one was expecting? I'm rubbish with remembering kind of dates. How long normally until we know the host? It won't be until the new year, I don't think.
I can't remember.
I can't remember. It's after the new year because normally it's like the host and the running order, or like when the semifinal, like who will compete in which semifinal. I think something like that.
Let's just say hello to some more people in the live quickly. We've got Nicola. Oh, thank you so much, Nicola. Love from Naples. Naples is a Eurovision city, so it might not be going there next year, but you hosted, I think, Jess, correct me, 1965? 65. I think, yes, because Italy won in 64, I think, so in 1965. So thank you so much. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you do. Right, you're not going to have a very good time in Italy, but I'm sure you can find.
I'm with you on that.
Huh?
What, Jess?
I don't like pizza. Not really.
I remember a big pizza in Tel Aviv. I'm just saying, a big pizza that was delivered to our apartment.
Yeah. I literally only eat pizza with you guys, so like once a year, and then I don't eat it again.
Okay, well, it's going to be the time of the year that you're going to eat a lot of pizza.
Of course. I'll eat pizza with you guys.
For the past 5 years, you've just been really polite and didn't want to say no, basically.
Oh my God, I'm sorry, Jess.
I don't mind.
Mimi is saying, oh, we've got Italian beer to look. I'm not sure if I've had Italian beer.
And how about Italian wine? Like,
yeah.
Also.
We'll look forward to that. Juicy Marika, are you from Turin?
No, I'm from Sardinia, which for the ones who don't know, it's one of the 2 islands of Italy, but I'm studying in Turin. So I just moved there like a month ago and I'm starting to know the city a little bit, but I've already seen the Pala Tour, the place where the Eurovision is going to be. So looks great.
Photos.
Who knew, like when you were choosing where to study, that you've literally chosen really well?
Yeah.
Maybe it's not a coincidence. Maybe they decided that because of you.
Yes, I agree. That's a good theory.
And, Mimi, you're from Milan as well. I need to have a look on a map and see how far Milan is from Torino to see how far you guys are going to have to travel. Let me have a look for some more comments. We've got, let's have a Juliov. Piedmont's favourite for hazelnuts and truffles. Okay.
I can try that too, yes.
love both of them.
Adam Green, who's hoping to travel to Turin next May and have pizza with the contestants. Wow. Okay. I hope that happens for you.
Write us down for that date. We're in.
I was just thinking about the food in the press centre. It's going to be pizza, isn't it?
Yeah. I think we're gonna eat so much pizza. Oh my
I'm
God,
actually more excited for spaghetti and pasta.
Yes,
and
but like
Wow.
think about the logistic of pizza pasta in the press center.
Yeah.
It's not so easy. It's going to be like pizza. What was in Tel Aviv? Shawarma. It's because that's easy to eat. So
yeah, it's never really the highlight of our Eurovision, the press centre food. So I'm going to ask you, Marika, obviously you've been in Turin now for a little while. So what have people got to look forward to that will be travelling there? Because I understand it's quite a youthful city. There's a lot of students, a good nightlife.
Yes, nightlife, a lot of cafes and bars, a lot of squares where young people meet up. So you can meet new people and have fun. Then there are a lot of things to see. One of the landmarks is the Mole Antonelliana, which is like a really huge and tall, what would you call it? It's not even a tower, but you've seen it because it's like, the pictures that Eurovision have posted. And from there you can see Turin. There is like an elevator that brings you to the top of the tower and you can see everything. Turin used to be the capital of Italy before Rome. So there are a lot of historical places, and there is also a castle that you can visit. It's called the Venaria. It's a little, it's like, I think 20 minutes from Turin. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm not an expert yet. And great food. People are very nice there. So I think you will have a lot of fun waiting around for the for Eurovision, for the semifinals and the finals. You can do a lot of things in the city. Yeah.
We haven't kind of got details yet of whether there's going to be, obviously in Rotterdam this year because of the restrictions, there was no Eurovision village, there was no kind of Euro clubs or cafes for fans to go to. We don't know yet. We haven't heard any plans for those, but we're hoping they'll be able to go ahead. And it sounds like there's a lot of good venues where they'll be able to host those sorts of events outside of the stadium, and some good open spaces as well for Eurovision Village as well, so that the population of Turin and fans coming from abroad can enjoy different Eurovision events. Well, I'm going to say we have to stop talking about food because it's literally all I'm thinking about. And you've been to the venue already?
Yeah, I was there this summer, and there is a nice park in front of it, so you can just go there and sit around. It's a really pretty big park, and yeah, the venue looks amazing. It was used for the Winter Olympic Games a few years ago. So I don't know how many people it will host. We have to see if the with the COVID rules, how many people will be able to attend. But yeah, the park there is really nice, and it's nice to just sit around there and drink a beer or a glass of water or whatever.
Oh, yeah. It sounds amazing. I'm so excited. I'm just going to go to the comments. Let's have a look. Matt is saying about the National Museum of Cinema as well. Yeah. So we'll have to check that out. We've got Barbara M. So you're saying good additions for hosts would be Camilla Raznovic. She's experienced as a music host. Nina Zilli, okay, who competed at Eurovision. She speaks great English, apparently. I can't say that. Malio. Yeah, doesn't speak English. So there you go. I'm sure there's going to be so many rumours about hosts in the Italian press over the next few months. So we're looking forward to finding out who they are. Let's have a look at more comments. Carolina, some good advice here. Say goodbye to a carbohydrate diet. I saw someone in the comments mention chocolate pasta. Is that actually a thing? I've never heard of that before.
I've heard of it, but never tried it.
Does it exist?
Apparently it does, somewhere in the world.
I hope so.
I bet it doesn't exist in Italy though.
It's like pineapple on pizza. It doesn't exist in Italy.
Yeah, well, quite rightly. It shouldn't exist anywhere, I don't think. Mr. System wants to know, I'm sure there are lots of Irish people living in Italy. Is that where you're from? You from Ireland? Let's have a look. Adam Green, you're trying to guess what the slogan and the theme is going to be for Turin. Well, these are kind of the next pieces of news for us to get, really, to find out the theme. I'm really looking forward to when we finally get those teaser pictures of what the stage is going to look like, because that's always big news, and of course the host as well. So this is the first of the big announcements to come over the next few months, really, and also hopefully it won't be too long before we get our list of participating countries as well, because there's been I say it's a rumor, but there was something posted on the ADAL website which referred to Eurovision in Turin, I believe, actually.
Yes.
Which was quickly taken down, but obviously some keen, some eagle-eyed people had spotted it and got quite excited about the reference to Eurovision in a post about ADAL. So we could potentially be seeing Hungary back in Eurovision next year, which I would be extremely happy about.
Yes, indeed. The more the merrier. And Hungary always brings such a different and interesting performance to Eurovision. I miss them when they're not in the competition.
Yeah. Jess, you'd be happy to see them back?
Of course. I'm very hungry for Hungary.
It's always food talk. Now, I have to ask, obviously, San Remo is going to be an interesting competition next year, because it's as if going to Eurovision isn't enough for a lot of artists. It's actually going to be, representing Italy on home ground, which will be a real honour. Have we heard any kind of rumours about who's going to be competing in San Remo, who's going to want to compete for Italy potentially at Eurovision?
Yeah, they're not really rumors. I think it's just guesses, because we really never know anything until they actually release the list. So someone is saying San Giovanni. I don't know if you know him, but he was in Amici, which is kind of like an X Factor or something like that. So maybe San Giovanni will be going to Sanremo, and we don't really know. We don't really know. I mean, I don't know. Does anybody have any hints, any knowledge about this in the chat? Sorry.
Guys in the live chat, let us know in the comments if you know who is going to, or who do you think could go to Sanremo, or let us know who you would like to see in Sanremo.
Yeah, I'm going to put my money on the table now and say that I would love to see Elodie again.
Yeah. Me too.
And that's a real possibility, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
With another Mahmood penned composition. Sorry, Elodie and Mahmood duet.
Nice.
Wow. I think that's possible, because she's now she just released a new song, and I think she was writing a record with Mahmood and with Elisa.
Nice.
And yeah, the time adds up, so maybe we'll be seeing her in Sanremo. That's a good guess.
Oh, that would really excite me. I know he's not here with us tonight, but I know that Stuart from Team Eurovoxx would love that as well. It's been a good 4 months now since Italy won the Eurovision, and it was, talking about a successful year for a country like Italy has. Italy's literally taken over everything this year, winning Eurovision, European Football Championships, men's 100-meter relay title, men's 100-meter title, men's high jump title, all in like one evening. There's something else that they've won as well that I've forgotten already.
Our hearts.
Apart from our hearts, yeah.
Also the volleyball, both men and women in the Euros, they won. Yeah.
Absolutely smashing it this year, Italy. So Did the hysteria around Italy winning Eurovision, did it kind of stay around for a long time? Because, you know, I don't think I'm stepping out of line by saying that, you know, if you look at Italy as a Eurovision nation and other Eurovision nations, maybe there's not so much hype and support for Eurovision as there maybe is in other nations. And obviously that will have changed now because Italy's hosting. So it will have brought you, I mean, you know, you haven't been a Eurovision fan all of your life, I don't think, have you?
No, I started following the Eurovision with Mahmoud, but I actually didn't know that Eurovision existed before because it just not advertised. I don't know. But now a lot of people are like putting in some interest. Like today, after they announced the whole city, I saw a lot of my friends. They were just like posting stuff on Instagram saying, I can't wait to buy the tickets. So it's really getting big, getting bigger. Yeah. And yes.
That's kind of what it's about, isn't it? You know, bringing it to a new audience.
Yeah, it renovates itself, it regenerates, and it allows space for new music, new concept, new ideas. That is the success of Eurovision. It's every certain time every certain period of time, every certain years, it brings something new. So I think Italy winning has opened the door for a new kind of music or in a new generation of people to actually get engaged with the competition.
It might be. Maybe that's a little clue as to why Hungary's coming back, actually, because Hungary has never. Well, I say never. They have occasionally, but they've never always followed kind of the typical like Eurovision formula in terms of the types of songs that they send. Obviously, we had AWS, we had Yotzi Papui, you know, and Adal featured a lot of rock. So maybe Måneskin has kind of led the way for Hungary to return. So I'm really excited to see what kind of music and what kind of direction a lot of these countries go in next year. I really hope it's going to be the most diverse Eurovision ever in terms of musical style. We have got some comments about Sanremo. Matt is saying rumours don't typically start until November. Let's have a look. Francesca just saying Mahmoud and Elodie close friends. Elisa and Mahmoud would be best pair ever. And then someone mentioned Arisa. I hope to see Arisa in Sanremo. And Enrico. Hey, Enrico, you're saying there's some rumors about Blanco. Apparently, I don't know who that is.
That would be nice. Yeah, he's a really nice. It's a bit of rap and a bit of just pop, and he has a really interesting voice. And so if you want, just go check him out because he's doing some great stuff. He just released an album, so I really hope he will be in Sanremo too, because he's really young and he's bringing something different.
Well, I loved I can't remember who the artist was, but there was like a rap song in Sanremo this year as well. I was going to say Rumore or something like that.
I think, are you talking about what's his name? He's from Turin.
I'm sure it began with an R.
Help me out.
Someone in the comments, if you know which song I'm talking about, it was a Italian rap artist. I can't remember the name. We've got Saul Brown in the comments. Is Hungary returning? No, so there's no official confirmation, but basically, if you haven't read the story, apparently Adal put something up on their website or Hungarian TV, and it was with reference to Adal. I don't know if it's like the rules of the competition.
Yes.
And it referenced Eurovision in the rules, and also that Eurovision would be in Turin. So obviously, we've now heard that Eurovision will be in Turin. I mean, it was a front runner anyway, so it could be a coincidence. But there was a bit of excitement, I think, last week about the fact that these rules have been published and then taken down off the official website. So whether they were posted too early, but it did indicate that there could possibly be a Hungarian return to Eurovision, which will be amazing. Buko, you're saying next year everyone's going to be coming with rock. I wouldn't be, but yeah. I think if that is the case, then we will get lots of bad rock, which I'm not looking forward to because I'm not sure. I'm not sure if everyone would be able to produce good rock, but there will probably be Rancore. Sorry, that's it. I'm saying rumore. Rancore. That's the one.
I was actually thinking about Willy Peyote, not Rancore, but yeah. So
yeah, well, someone Enrico said about Willy as well, actually. So, but yeah, Rancore was the one that I really, really liked.
But to be honest, next year all coming with rock. We already had that After Lordi one, and the 2007 Eurovision was not a bad one. There were a lot of interesting takes on rock. Some were more melodic, some were more harsh, some were like ballads that they eventually grew to rock ballads. So I'm actually looking forward to see what the trend next year is.
Yeah, and of course, another potential returnee is Turkey as well. And Turkey has delivered some great kind of indie rock songs at Eurovision. So we had Manga, we had the one that I always forget, more
Verezzi.
Yes, we had Athena as well with For Real. So Turkey have always done that kind of genre quite well at Eurovision. I mean, Måneskin was, that's a very different type of rock, and I make the mistake sometimes of generalizing rock music as all being the same, and it isn't. Even rock music in itself is very diverse. But yeah, we'll see. I'm looking forward to a diverse Eurovision. We have got Yusuf. Yes, Yusuf. Are we going to meet you finally?
Finally.
I hope we get to meet you. I don't know how we haven't met you yet, but I hope we get to meet you in Turin.
If you see us walking around Turin, come say hi. We are super friendly and we would love to meet you.
Random. Are you talking about my fashion sense? Because yes, I agree with you. We've got EIC Tatry. How will Poland do in Eurovision? What do we think? Well, Poland have selected their Junior Eurovision song already for Paris this year, and it's another good entry for Junior Eurovision with a fantastic singer, actually, Sarah James. Have I got the name right? Sarah James. Fantastic singer. We hope they finally get to replicate it at Eurovision because they've had some great Junior Eurovision songs. And I hope that next year we're going to get that Polish entry that we've been waiting for so long that can challenge for the top 10.
And no sunglasses. We don't like sunglasses on stage.
Oh, I kind of like the sunglasses, but it's just, I had a little crush on a little man crush on yes, I forgot his name. But yeah, thoughts on Poland next year? What are we hoping for? Should have won.
I know.
I just want them to send a good song that can get them into the final and that could potentially get them near the top 10. Something, so whatever that may be, rock, pop, rap, reggae, whatever it's going to be, that's what I want. I want a good top 10 result from Poland.
Yeah. Roxy, who won Junior Eurovision a few years ago, I think she's kind of confirmed that she's not going to be trying out for Eurovision 2022.
Yeah.
Oh, what a shame. She would be perfect, I think. Maybe we'll give her a few years and she can.
She would, because she's of the age now that she can go to Eurovision. So that would be fantastic, but we will see. Clavs wants to know, what is our favourite host city so far? So
I love Lisbon. The one I got to, it was my first Eurovision and I have so many fond memories and everything was sort of close by. So, or that was my impression. And I don't know, Euroclub was a great part of that Eurovision. And like we started working in the press center with like the other press teams and other people. And then that they would continue in Euroclub, and I don't know, it was just fun and friendly.
Yeah, Jess.
Honestly, I can't decide. I loved Lisbon. It was amazing, and it was my first Eurovision as press. It's a beautiful city. I had a wonderful time there, and the same with Tel Aviv. I love the city. I love the memories that I have there. So probably one of those two. But then I also loved Oslo and Düsseldorf when I went there just as a fan. So I don't know. I have no answer.
I think I'm going to have to pick. It's hard to pick because I've actually loved all of the cities. But, Rotterdam, we didn't get to see a lot because obviously, you know, with COVID, we were very restricted, so we only really saw some buildings and the arena, and you know, I saw my hotel room every night. Lisbon was just amazing. Tel Aviv again was amazing, but full of traffic. So I think
and everything was really spread apart, right?
Yeah. So I just remember being caught up in traffic a lot in Tel Aviv, and you know, Kiev was just, for me, because it was just so, I never imagined it to be so big and spread out, but Kiev was great as well. So, but I'm probably going to have to pick Lisbon, but maybe that's going to change next year. I'm sure it will, actually. We will see. Let's have a look. We've got Stars Garden. Are you sure Eurovision 2022 is going to be amazing? I'll tell you what I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be different to any Eurovision that we've experienced before, and that really excites me. I don't think, and you can correct me, Marika, if I'm wrong, but I don't think the Italians are going to be trying to follow anyone else's formula in terms of hosting this. I think they're going to want to do their own thing and do it their way.
Yeah, I agree. I think there will be some comedy. I don't know why Italians, when they host things, they always want to put some comedy in it. So if Catalan is there, he's the guy for the comedy. Yes, very funny guy. And I hope it won't last like 7 hours, because we're capable of that. Yes, Sanremo is like a nightmare. It never ends. But I'm sure that they will have some rules that they will follow in terms of length. And yeah, it would be great if we had the live music as they do in Sanremo, but that's a bit complicated with so many countries performing every 5 or 10 minutes. So yes.
Yeah, I do remember with Sanremo though, when you think they're going to announce a winner, then someone comes on and performs a song, and it can be quite frustrating. And like, if they did that at Eurovision, I think there would be a civil war between Eurovision fans. And imagine if they're about to. I mean, I thought it was bad in Rotterdam.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
When they were like, oh, and you know, this country's got, just to remind you of, and I'm just like, no, tell us. Anyway, we'll see. But I mean, there will be rules that they have to follow, obviously, and the EBU will be presiding over it as well. So, you know, whilst I would love a 7-hour show like Sanremo, you know, it's not going to happen. I do feel it will be a long one. Who was it? There was the footballer that kept coming on in Sanremo. Can you remember?
Ibrahimovic.
Yes, and you know, I don't speak Italian, so I wasn't sure what he was saying, but he looked like he was trying to do some comedy.
Yeah, well, like some tough guy comedy, because that's his persona. He's just the tough guy, and so he was just like telling Amadeus, the host, that he was actually the host, and that Amadeus needed to like get off the stage because he was going to host the thing and everything. Yes, it was just a small. Not so small, because he kept coming up and down the stage, and then we were like, again, Ibrahimovic, what? So let's hope we don't invite him next year.
This is interesting from Clavs. I wonder if Toto Cotugno and Giulio Cinquetti will have a cameo appearance, but I wonder which other Eurovision artists might also make cameo appearances. And I know who I would love is I've forgotten the name. Albano and Romina Power.
Yes.
Because they have been, they've represented Italy twice at Eurovision, and obviously they're huge. You know, they're huge personalities on the Italian scene, and they are performing together now, I think, aren't they?
Yeah.
They did kind of get back together and perform. They're not married anymore, I don't think, are they?
No.
No, but they are performing. And honestly, if I can see Felicita performed on a Eurovision stage, I would be emotional, because I think, Jess, you know how much I love that song.
I love that song too.
Oh, it's one of the best songs. But any other kind of former Italian Eurovision acts that have kind of had big careers? I mean, they have to get Mahmood on stage, right?
Maybe not Eurovision related, but I would love to see Laura Pausini at some point.
Oh, yes.
because I think when she won Sanremo, Italy was not in the Eurovision, so she didn't get to go. But yeah, that would be amazing. She's great.
Francesca's actually saying Mahmood has said that he wants to appear as a guest. They can't turn that offer down. Like, they just can't.
That will mean he would be in Turin, so you can have a carbonara with him.
Yes. Oh, maybe it can still happen. Guys, I need you to tweet, post on Instagram, tag Mahmood and Andy Eurovoxx. I need to have my carbonara with Mahmood. With Justin all the way from Australia. Hello to you. I'm going to say good morning to you, actually, in Australia. I have no idea what time it is there. I guess it's really early. But you're saying Il Volo, of course.
Yeah. The rightful winners of 2015.
Yes.
I agree.
But it would have changed history, and maybe we wouldn't have ended up with Måneskin. So maybe I'm kind of happy now that they didn't win. Although they should have done. There you go. Let's have a look. Stars wants to see Adriano Celentano.
Yeah.
I don't know
who is he? Can you give us information? Can you give us info?
He's the guy from the Azzurro. Azzurro, pomeriggio sempre. No, okay, I will stop singing. But he's like a big icon in Italian music in general. He was really big at the same time as Toto Cutugno, and he's still.
Okay, I know.
Yeah.
Am I going to get lots of hate from Italians if I say that I find Toto Cutugno a bit annoying? Is he like really well regarded in Italy? I think it's from when I saw him host Eurovision in 1991 when I watched it.
And we lost 700 subscribers.
But Giuliola Cinquetti, I would love. They have to get her back. She was the first Italian Eurovision winner. And imagine if she actually performs Nonoletta as well. That would the crowd would go absolutely crazy. Honatan, do we think Eurovision 22 will be cancelled? No, because it happened in Rotterdam and they've shown how you could put on a Eurovision, a fantastic contest during COVID times. And I don't think the EBU would ever let it be cancelled
again.
And I'm sure that Italy, just like Rotterdam, are going to have, Turin, just like Rotterdam, are going to have lots of backup plans, A, plan B, plan C. The good thing is that they have the time to prepare for those different scenarios. Now, obviously, when Eurovision was cancelled in 2020, there was no time to prepare for those scenarios. So I think this is going to be how Eurovision will happen for at least the next few years. That there'll be lots of different scenarios that they will have to plan for.
I've read that in many national finals now, one of the requisites is that the artists are fully vaccinated. So we'll probably all have to be fully vaccinated if we want to get into the press center.
Yeah, and Justin is just saying Turin for me, Turin for you. Yes, and I'm pretty sure that Australia's relaxed, or they're relaxing their border rules they will be relaxed in time for Eurovision 22. And so, Justin, perhaps you can travel over from Australia to Italy next year for Eurovision. Hey, let's hope that can happen.
And we can meet.
Dan Castell is saying, you really hope Eurovision won't be a train wreck like 1991. I don't think it will be, but I do think it will be different to any Eurovision that we've watched before. But I find that really exciting. And we've got Yusuf from Azerbaijan. Hey, Yusuf, how you doing? I think some of us here are still dancing to I was going to say Cleopatra. I can't remember what the other.
Matahari. Oh, yes. I listen to it every day. I'm not ashamed to admit it. It's on my Spotify playlist of favorite saved songs. And I think I listened to it twice today, actually.
Josep Benito saying, has everyone booked hotels? We haven't. We're hoping that any of our subscribers or fans watching from Turin will get in touch and offer us a bed for a couple of weeks in May, because I'm sure getting accommodation is going to be. I love this comment. Darcy Glam, you can be the worst photographer and you still can't take a bad picture in Italy.
Are you talking by experience?
I just think it's just we're going to see so much beautiful stuff that
and people.
Yeah, and people. Yeah, Honotan wants to know, when are the songs supposed to come out? So if you mean the Eurovision songs, they can come out from now, from the 1st of September. Any song that's published or publicly performed after that date is eligible to be performed at Eurovision, as long as it meets, you know, the other rules like the 3-minute rule, etc., etc. Anything performed before the 1st of September is not. If you're talking about San Remo, I have no idea, but normally January. Which made that
the songs.
Oh, no, we hear them on the night. We don't hear them before. Sorry, we hear them on the night. So I guess you're talking about the Eurovision.
Yeah.
Normally Albania is the first to release their entry. My memory is terrible. I'm so tired.
Around December, because it's Fikmas.
Yeah, I've forgotten the name of Festival Ikunges for a second. I don't know what's wrong with me. I was about to say Adal, but forgive me, guys. I'm a terrible Eurovision fan tonight. So we will see whether any other country bucks that trend this year. We've already got an announcement of an artist from Belgium. Jess, the name
that I have completely forgotten.
Let me save you.
I'm going to say Jessie.
Her name begins with an M. That's all I can remember.
I'm going to say Jessie, someone.
Oh, it's Jeremy. Jeremy something.
Jeremy.
Maybe? I can't remember.
I'm on it. I'm on it. Just my internet is super.
Guys, someone Belgium singer is for next year.
Oh, I got it. I got it. It's Jeremy Makiese.
Ah, there we go.
Jeremy Makiese.
Let's have a look. Serdian saying Easty Law might release the entries in a month or so. So those are the entries for Estonia.
And let's hope that Vanilla Ninja enters this year.
Yeah, well, they could, because they're back together. Dio saying December is Junior Eurovision and also Figma, so it's going to be a good month for us. Alex, positive vibes, Alex. You're an Italian living near Turin. They're not going to disappoint. It's going to be fantastic. I can feel it in my waters. Let's have a look. Stars Garden. Did Eurovision fans like Cleopatra? Hell yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Matahari.
I think they were both exactly the same quality, exactly the same formula, and they both worked perfectly.
Finlay, hello to you. Guys, we're going to wrap it up shortly because we've been here a long time. I'm just going to read out some more of your comments. We've got Craig Perry. Sweden could win. I think that's because you're saying that even the new ABBA song is eligible. Well, yeah, but...
Yeah. If you can get other people to sing it live on stage, then yes.
Yeah, I think it's more likely that the UK will win Eurovision next year rather than... But maybe ABBA could send their holograms to perform on stage in Italy. That would be amazing.
But do you think that's within the rules? Because then it wouldn't be live.
No, as like a guest.
Okay.
Interval act. Why does my hotel needs to be... Oh! No, because I'm reading the comments. I can see Andy's hotel needs to be fireproof, and then someone saying, "Why does he smoke?" No, I don't smoke. But my hotel in Rotterdam caught fire when I was staying there in the middle of Eurovision, so that's why. So yeah, it was a big fire in my hotel.
Because Andy is so hot that the temperature rose till burning.
It was exactly that. You know, that's the reason that the fire services gave. But guys, I think it's time for us to say ciao. Have a good evening. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. We will be back as soon as we get some more news, which hopefully will be very soon. Otherwise, follow us on our socials on Twitter, Instagram. Clara, Marika, Jess, thank you so much for tonight, guys. And we will see you all soon. See you in Turin, Torino.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.